Hey there, friends. In this quick video, I'm going to show you some settings that you can take care of as a classroom teacher inside your Google Classroom that will help you to control who can and cannot join your Google Meet. We've had some issues with um, students hanging out in the Meet after the teacher has left, as well as going back in and using that link on their own. Now, if you've covered digital citizenship, this might not be a problem because you would have already gone over, being appropriate. This is still considered school grounds. And you need to behave the same way you would behave if you were actually in the classroom. So if you're interested in finding some good digital citizen resources, check out commonsensemedia.com. They have some amazing digital citizenship activities already set up for you to use. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you, first of all, why is this important? So there have been some strange occurrences. One of my schools recently contacted me and said that strangers were entering their Meet using the phone link. So I'm going to show in this module how admins can turn off that phone link, because that's going to be super important. Teachers don't have control over that, but the admin does. Now, if your students need that phone link, then we have to find another way around it. If the phone is the only device they have, then we might need to leave that link on, and then we'd have to figure out a different solution. But for right now, we're going to assume that your kids don't need to use the phone call in, that they have a device and they have Wi-Fi connection. So what we have found is that teachers are preferring that students should not be able to enter a Meet without the teacher. Students should also not be able to share the Meet link with others in advance. So I'm going to show you how you can turn the Meet link off and reset it so that the old link won't work. Students will have to wait until the teacher enters the Meet before they can enter. So this is no different than students being asked to wait in the hallway until the teacher gets back from lunch duty, right? And then also we need to keep strangers out for our own students' safety, right? So the learning targets for this are for the classroom teacher that you'll be able to turn your classroom Meet link on and off, and that you'll be able to reset your classroom Meet link after each Meet. For the Google Console admin, you will see where in the admin panel you'll be able to turn off the phone-in settings. And there are different settings for adults versus students, so you can turn it off for everybody, or you can just turn it off for certain groups, okay? All right, so let's get started. Okay, so this is what a new Google Classroom looks like up in the header if the teacher has turned on the Meet link. You've got your code to join right here, and then you've got your Meet link. Now, if students are sharing the Meet link, there's nothing to stop them from sharing this class code either. So let me just show you where you're going to go to, you can reset both of those. So I'm going to go up here to the gear in the top right corner. And when I click on that, it takes me to my class settings. And these are individual classes. Now, right here in this manage invite codes, it says enabled. After your students all join, you can just disable that so that nobody can use that code anymore to get in. So the kids who are in, the kids who are not in, if you get a new student at some point, then you can enable it, right? So I can hit disable right now. So it's grayed out. It says disabled, and I can enable it if I get a new student and then give them the new code. But also, while it is enabled, I can just hit the reset code. And then with that reset code, the old code is not going to work anymore. So that's something that could help you. This is about posting. And then down here where the Google Meet icon is, this is where it's super important. So first of all, you can not make it visible to students so that they can't get the code in advance, right? Right up here underneath this, you can hit reset. So when I hit reset, I'm going to get a brand new Google Code, and I'm not going to hit visible to students until in the morning I am already logged in, and then I'm going to hit visible to students, and then I'm going to hit save. So right now you can see that it's visible. Now this is the teacher view, okay? But from a student view, this Meet link just would not be there, all right? And you can see now that my code is different because I reset it here, and this code is also different because I reset it. So that is one way that should help. What we're finding is that students are finding ways to get around this. So as we find their hacking skills, as we learn what they're doing, right, we report it to Google, and then Google tries to fix it. So down here in the bottom left-hand corner, I'm going to blow this up for you. You want to find this question mark down here. And when you click on that question mark, you want to click on report issue or request feature, because this is where you need to tell Google what's going on, because if we don't tell them, they don't know. Right? If there is somewhere on the screen that they need to see, you can include the screenshot. Otherwise, you would just uncheck that, and then you would send them a message here. All right? And then hit send. Okay, so that is the first. Those are the settings for teachers. Okay, now I'm going to switch to a student view so you can see how it would be possible for for strangers to dial in. So if I have this meeting link public for the kids, they can just copy it and share it out anywhere. So I'm going to show you what it looks like from a student point of view. When they click on that link, this is what they see. And here it says, join and use phone for audio. When I click on that, it asks me for my phone number, and the Google Meet calls me. I don't even have to dial in. So there's no way for you to know who is dialing in. And I tried it today and I dialed in. I could hear the audio right away. I am able to speak. And what was happening was strangers were calling in, and somebody was yelling mean things about a student in the class, which is how we think that they know one another, but maybe not. So this right here is an issue. And all you have to do is enter your phone number and hit call me and join, and the person gets a phone call, they answer it, and they're in. Okay. So now what I want to do is I'm going to show you in the admin panel how you can turn that phone feature off. So this is the dashboard, and you're going to go to apps, and then I'm going to choose the G Suite core apps. I'm going to go down to Google Meet. And here, the first one right here says telephony. Now it's turned off for me right now, but I want to show you how to turn it off. So that if you want to turn it off for your entire organization, Cultivating the Learning is my organization. So if I select that, then the settings that I'm doing are for all users in Cultivating the Learning, right? So I'm going to hit the pen to edit, and I'm going to make sure this box is unchecked. And then I'm going to hit save, and sometimes it says override, okay? If I just want to turn it off for students and not teachers, then I would click on student and I would do the same thing. But the problem here is that the instructors are the ones setting up the meeting, and they're the ones who are providing the number and the PIN. So it's my opinion, and I could be wrong, but it would be safest for you to turn it off for the entire domain. Okay, so what we've gone over today is how a classroom teacher can turn his or her classroom Meet link on and off, and then how to use the reset button. So the recommendation is that you reset it immediately after all of the kids are in, and you turn the visibility off at the end of each meet, so that there is no Meet link until the next classroom meeting. Okay, so good luck.